Hey guys, what's up? It's me, and today we are going to talk about high school. High school for me was very interesting, I gotta say. The first 3 years, maybe 2 years. Third year was getting back to normal. Um, it was first year was freshman year, obviously, and then I think towards spring break we're all just off. And then the second year was basically we were at home the whole single time, and maybe towards the end we got back to school and we were still wearing masks, and it was just very, very, very weird. And there was this chance where I actually had summer school, and it was my grades were fine, and I think we just took that chances. And at that time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to do summer school. I feel like not doing summer school at all, and I hated it. But when it came to senior year, I gotta say, I was so thankful that I did summer school because that at point in time, I had my English credits all done. And I'm like, hey, I didn't need to take English during my senior year. And I was like, okay, you know what? I actually did like summer school, and it was very, very worth it. I'm like, okay, that is very great. Um, so let's talk about through each kind of grade. My freshman year started out perfect, and it was like, oh, hey, you go to school, and it was this was before COVID. You go to school, you do all your classes, and you go home. And this was like all the way maybe until I gotta say the maybe towards the end of the year, spring break, and it was very interesting. I was like, oh, okay, there's this new virus going on, and it's the COVID virus. And we're like, okay, well, the school was shut down, and then we were supposed to work from home. I mean, obviously, learn from home. And it was very difficult because it was new for us. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I had to know what, like, I have a computer now, and then I have to learn how to um, do my assignments, which was great. It got easier, I gotta say. Just during, let's see, my brain. Give me a second. During like the COVID times, because I think my sophomore year, beginning of sophomore year, I was like, okay, this is the same thing, and I just like it got easier. My assignments got easier. I know how to like turn in assignments. I know how to submit assignments. I know like basically turn it and submit are like the same thing at that point. And I know how to write those stuff. And then at least at that time, it was really great. I didn't have to use any of my handwriting. I can use the computer, just type it out, have like nice grammar, and also it was just very easy, I guess, just writing out things. You don't have sore wrist or anything just from writing out. I think towards the end of my sophomore year, we were allowed to go back, but we had to have our mask, and it was fun. It was so nice to see the site again. Um, it was just yeah, and this was like a few years back, and yet I'm somehow talking about it now, and it was just nice to reflect on things. I was like, hey, oh my god, remember that time? And it's like, yeah, I might as well just talk about it. And so I guess let's see, the year was just nice getting back together. Hey, it's like, hey, I see you now, and it's like, oh, remember this and this happened, and it's like, I gotta say, during the COVID, going a little bit more back, during the COVID times, it was so nice. We were at things during school while it was snowing, and sometimes they were released early if you really didn't have anything to do, and you just like enjoy the snow. You really don't have this 2 hours delay or anything like that. It was kind of a hate love kind of thing. I was like, oh man, I have school still while it snows, but also you don't have to go out. You can just like put your computer there, and you can just like see the snow falling. It's like a snow globe kind of thing. I was like, okay, this is actually kind of pretty. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm still doing school. I'm learning still all my stuff, and my assignments are still getting in, which was really, really, really nice. And I am just realizing my camera's a little off. And I gotta say, going back to school, like I was just saying, was very great, but also took my energy away within seconds. I was like, I was not used to going out, meeting people, talk a lot, and I was like, okay, I think I was back to being shy, like I was before in school, my freshman year of school. I gotta say, I think my end of the yeah, it was sophomore year. I was like, okay. And then the assignments were so we had to do assignments on like I think either yeah we had to do assignments on computer and it would be so amazing. So we didn't have to use our pencils and pen to write anything. It was still beyond whatever. And I guess they'll still teach and then they'll do assignments because they're used to doing it on a computer. Ooh, I did not mean to hit that. Sorry. And so that was great. And then I think junior year started. It was something like end of sophomore year. We'll still have masks. We'll still do school. I think at that time on point, since I'm like, hey, okay, school is getting back to being normal, sort of. Um, they started doing paper assignments, meaning like, just get paper and everything. It's just like write down their assignments, and it would be really cool. And we'll have like notebooks, pens, paper, everything. And then I think by like mid of that year, the mask was reduced, like the policy, and I was like, okay, you know what, I like that, and I just took it off. Obviously, that didn't go so well for me. I actually got COVID that time. I was like, oh dang, I should not have taken that off. And so I ended up getting COVID, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I missed that part of last part of school. It was like I think around May, June, I kind of missed. I was like, oh no, and so that kind of ended. My senior year began my brain. Give me a second. It started, and then everything was back to normal. My activities were there, like every single game that I went to was just back to normal. I just felt like it was back to normal. Oh, one more thing I gotta say, during COVID times, I did not have to worry about lunch, and that was really amazing. I gotta say, and like I think the food at that time was free and for that time period of time, and then when it started coming back to normal they did okay, you have to pay this much for food. I'm like, oh man, I have to bring my own food again. But around that time of area, I gotta say I did not have to worry about food or snack or breakfast. I think I ate more breakfast during my junior year. Yeah, I think it was my junior year, and it was so nice not think about anything except that time. Oh yeah, and then I guess I went back to normal, so they had to put prices again with lunch. Um, let's see, what else? My senior year was back to normal. It was completely back to normal. Like I said earlier, games, activities, and every single thing. Um, I gotta say, let's see. Now just going back, each kind of thing, what I did for each year, or some activities I did. I definitely did orchestra for like 4 years, and it was so nice. Like hearing again, it was really cool at freshman year. During my freshman year, I was like, oh, okay, this is orchestra, because I had orchestra before, and I want to continue that. And so this is going a little bit off. There we go. Let's see. And it was so nice. You get to hear all the parts. I was playing instrument at that time. I was playing violin, and so again, like I said, earlier we were back online, and orchestra at that time, I gotta say, was a little bit harder. Um, Everybody was online, so our internet was definitely slower. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what's going on anymore. I did do other activities outside, continuing with instruments, and some of them were really interesting and easier, and just like some of them were like, oh my god, I don't know where we are the in the piece. And so when we definitely got back, I was like, okay, I can hear every single like instrument, not every single, well, every single part. So we had violin, violin two, viola, and cello. And at that time too, I was junior year. I switched to viola, and it was very, very interesting. I gotta say, I do like learning other instruments, so I am going like seriously around everywhere around with my years. and this is all through my activities. Um, this is not going to stay, so I'm just going to start holding this as really I have the wrong shirt, and I know why my clip on. I have way too many sparkly things on my shirt or stones. I don't know, somewhere around that area. Where was I? Oh yes, orchestra. Going back to it, like freshman year, I would be okay. Here's orchestra, and then during break time, I would obviously explore a little more instruments. I think at that time I started exploring cello, and that was very very fun. It got used to it. Like it was very hard to like. I'm like, hey, where are the notes? And like, oh, I know. I think around that time I kind of had the concept about the notes, and then just like the fingering was very different. And that was just a little bit of it. There's more things to it. But moving on. Yeah, I started viola during my junior year because there were not enough violas at that point. I don't think there were enough violas at any point at this point. But there were not enough violas at that point. And I was like, hey, you know what? It's time for me to switch it up and learn another instrument, which I actually kind of liked. It was like, hey, a little bit more challenge. And I was like, let's do it. So this is where I got COVID, and I did not like the situation. I did like the viola part. It was a little bit easier. It was nice and low, and I was like, oh, okay, I like this part. And it was nice and slow, and pieces of these what I played was very nice. Um, let's see. I started learning the piece, and the concert came very closely, and I was like, oh no, not again. I was like, okay, and then I got COVID at that point, and I was like, you know what? Let's just take it in. And I was like, that was my first time playing the viola, and I think that was my first concert with the viola, I gotta say. And it was like not what I wanted, but it was like, oh, okay, whatever. Senior year came, I was still playing viola because I still liked the viola part. And then obviously people are like, hey, come more, go more. And I was like, go in the higher part. And I was like, I'm still learning viola. I was like, I'm going to step back and learn my parts and learn how to read the viola section because it's completely different. So violin was treble clef, alto clef was viola, and then bass clef was cello. And I was like, you know what? I am just going to learn it. And then so I stepped back from my playing for the higher part because I think I was supposed to be in that class. And I was like, no, I'm going to step back. So I did step back, and that was like a lot better. And now I felt like, oh my god, this is so much better. I was like, I like it. So yes, that is like what my situation of activities. I think I have one more activity. I was like a cheerleader at the time, and during COVID, I gotta say, cheerleading was interesting. During the mask, it was very hard to breathe, and then it was like I didn't really like it. But my senior year, cheerleading was a lot of fun. I did not have the mask. It was so much easier to breathe, and I think we just got stronger in breathing after my junior year. So it was very very fun. Now let's talk about friendship. Friendship for me, it was very interesting. I gotta say. So I gotta say for you guys, just pick your friends wisely, and just like know what you guys like. Do you like hanging out a lot? Do you like just talking and hanging out here and there? It's like I kind of had both, and I'm like, what do I like most? I mean, obviously I had both. Freshman year, I mean, it was kind of nice hanging a lot because I did not know my what I wanted a lot until I had both. So, oh, I am saying this both a lot for some reason. Um, I had this friend who would hang out with me, and I would hang out with her like every single time. We did have class, to be honest. I think we had one class, maybe, and it was really really nice. Um, and we would hang out during lunch, and then we started hanging out after school more often. It was really nice again. Freshman year, new. Oh no, we had two classes. I'm sorry, we had two classes maybe together, and it was just nice to know. Oh, hey, I've a friend to hang out with later, like every single day, I guess. And then I have another friend who I was just friends with. It was like online. I mean, obviously she was in the same school, so um, we were friends mostly through chatting on the phone and like texting, and then we'll say hey, hi, or something during, or if we passed each other in the school, and then just like sometimes here and there hang out. Going between those two, I gotta say, I kind of liked the second choice because I guess the first one was a little too close. It's like I need my personal bounds, but I'm like, so maybe you do like that kind of attention, or maybe you do like saying, "Hey, what's up?" and just like checking on each other and whatever like that, or just texting, um, through any kind of social media app, or you're having each other's numbers. But yeah, that was just different. And as later on, I kind of like realized, like, I think I like one more than the other. And I was like, I just definitely, it was different. So choose your friends wisely. And I gotta say, you got this. Um, let's see, what else can I think about in high school? Whew. Um, oh God. I think that is around it. Yeah. So thank you for listening about my high school year. Next, we'll be posting about other things too. So I kind of got late on posting this because I think I was just tired and I didn't have the energy to think through all this stuff during the high school year. So I kind of did, I guess, 3 days late because I was supposed to post this on Monday. I'm so sorry. Um, but I will post another video on Friday. So see you guys on Friday. Bye.